Good morning, friends. Welcome to Storytime at Baxter County Library. I'm Miss Tori, and for today's storytime, we are reading a book called The Girl Who Wouldn't Brush Her Hair. This story is about a girl who decides to stop brushing her hair and lets a group of mice live on her head. It's a wonderful book, but it's also a little long. So as we read, we'll stop to take a break and do some other activities. Then we'll read some more. Before we begin the story, let's sing a song about a mouse and a clock. It's called Hickory, Dickory, Dock. Here's how the song goes. Hickory, dickory, dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1, the mouse ran down. Hickory, dickory, dock. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. That's how the song goes. There's also some actions you can do along with the song. Here's how they go. Hickory, dickory, dock, the mouse, and then you can sign mouse by tapping your nose. That means mouse. Went up, now you stand up. The clock struck 1, hold up 1 finger. The mouse went down, now drop down. Hickory, dickory, dock. Then for the tick, tock part, you can pretend you're a clock. Hold your arms up like this. Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. And that's the actions for the song. Would you like to try it with me? Ready? Hickory, dickory, dock, the mouse went up, stand up. The clock struck 1. The mouse went down, drop down. Hickory, dickory, dock. Are you ready to pretend to be a clock? Tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Great job, everyone. Now, let's start our story. The Girl Who Wouldn't Brush Her Hair by Kate Bernheimer and Jake Parker. There was once a girl who wouldn't brush her hair. Her hair was wonderful, bare brown and wavy. The girl also had a doll that looked just like her, except the doll had no hair and was only a baby. The doll's name was Baby. Here's the little girl, and here's her little doll named Baby. After the girl's bath every evening, she'd pile a turban upon her head and pretend she was a queen. This is a turban. It's a kind of hat. The girls made it out of a towel. At bedtime, she would unravel the turban and let her hair fall down in a tangled heap. No brushing. It's just my way, she explained to the grown-ups. And then she'd lie down beside Baby and begin to dream. This went on for a great many evenings. The hair washing, the turban, the not brushing, the dreams. It was wonderful, really, until one night the girl unwound the turban, and what was that? Oh dear, a little mouse had taken up residence in a particularly tangled place in her hair. Do you see the little mouse? It's living in this little tangled piece of hair. Now we all know that in books, people scream when they see a mouse and jump on a chair. But the girl was in bed. There was no chair nearby. And besides, she'd read enough fairy tales to remember that mice always turned out to be your helpers. So she simply said, "Hello there, mouse," and decided to let it be. "It's just my way," she said to the grown-ups when they came in to kiss her goodnight and saw the mouse making a cozy bed on top of her head. The next morning, the girl awoke to find that another mouse had moved in, a bigger one, carrying a suitcase full of fairy tale books. Do you see the bigger mouse? Here's its little suitcase full of fairy tale books. And there, by the foot of the bed, a couple of tiny mice with rucksacks were looking longingly in her hair's very direction. Do you see the two other little mice? These little mice want to move into her hair too. How many mice do we have on this page? 1, 2, 3, 4. That day, the girl, the doll, and all the mice went to school. It wasn't very long before word got around to the mouse world that there was a very nice home atop a girl's head, and more mice joined them. Well, so far, the girl in our story seems to like the mice living in her hair. I wonder if she will feel that way later. What about you? Are you scared of mice? Or do you like them, like the little girl in the story? Would you let some mice live in your hair? Or would you want a mouse for a pet? I know a little girl who has 2 pet mice. Would you like to meet her? Let's go. Hi, Braylee.
Hi, Tori.
Are you ready to tell us about your mice?
Yes.
You have 2 mice, is that correct?
No.
You don't? How many mice do you have?
1 right now.
What? Well, I see one on your neck. Where's your other mouse?
Right in the cup holder.
Oh my goodness, it was hiding. What's that one's name?
Moon?
Oh, is that because it looks like it has a little white moon on its forehead?
Mm-hmm.
And what's the other one's name?
Cloudy?
Why is Cloudy named Cloudy?
Because she looks like a cloud and she's soft like a cloud.
Do you like your pet mice?
Yes. I'm sure our kids will like them too.
What is your favorite thing about your mice? I think your mouse just climbed up your shirt.
They sure do.
Doesn't that tickle?
No. Ah!
So one is Cloudy and one is Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Are they both girls?
Mm-hmm.
What do they eat?
Bugs, worms, and corn.
And where do they live?
Not in my hair. It lives in a cage.
Would you like it if your mice lived in your hair?
No,
Why not?
because they will poop and pee in my hair.
Ooh, that's so gross. Do they do that a lot?
Yes.
Do you still like them anyway?
Mm-hmm.
What do you do to make sure that you don't get any germs on you if they poop on you?
Wash my hands.
Do you think other kids should have a mouse as a pet?
Mm-hmm.
What is your very favorite thing about Cloudy and Moon?
They like to cuddle up and they like to rub their whiskers on me and it really tickles.
Thank you for showing us Cloudy and Moon today, Braylee.
You're welcome.
Bye!
Bye!
This is the cage where Cloudy and Moon live. As you can see, they've got food, a wheel, and water. They've also got cardboard tubes to chew. The cage is really messy. I wonder if the mice in our story made as much of a mess in the girl's hair. Let's return to our story and find out. Last we left off in the girl who wouldn't brush her hair. The little girl had started letting little mice live in her tangled hair. The school children marveled at this new development. They too stopped brushing their hair in hope of starting their own little mouse lingeries. How wonderful, they thought, like having your own petting zoo on your head. But the girl's mother refused to pack the mice lunch or make them supper, so the girl had no choice but to share her food with them. Soon, the girl who wouldn't brush her hair found herself very hungry. The girl also began to feel worried. Yes, she loved her companions. After all, they told funny knock-knock jokes and were very sweet to Baby, but they did not like the bath. "Squeak! We can't swim!" they chorused, clinging to the knotted strands. "Don't do it! We'll drown!" "That's silly," the girl said. "All mice can swim. We learned that in our unit on rodents." "We'll overlook your name-calling," the Mouse King announced. He was the biggest one, who had arrived early on with the fairy tale books in the suitcase. "But there will be no baths. It's just our way." They had learned this last part from listening to the little girl. Much to the mice's relief, the little girl agreed, for though she was becoming quite dirty, she had grown fond of the mice's company. They had set up such a marvelous home for themselves, a palace, really, atop her head. It had a secret passageways, and a cheese cellar, and a tiny circular moat. Let's see if we can find some of that. Here's the cheese cellar. Ooh, I wonder if this is the moat. And I bet there's a secret passageway right there. The mice are saying, "Knock, knock." "Who's there? Squeak, squeak." But the not bathing turned out to be less pleasing than the not brushing had been. The girl was starting to, how shall we put this? She was starting to smell. And so, of course, no one wanted to be near her. Even Baby tried to keep her distance. Now, it was as if the mice were in charge of the girl rather than the other way around. The girl began to sleep less. She was afraid, for one thing, of smushing the mice if she rolled over, and for another, the mice were rather nocturnal. Nocturnal means they stay up at night. They chattered all night, keeping up Baby, telling her complicated knock-knock jokes, into the wee hours until the sun rose and the girl, bleary-eyed, climbed out of bed, so very, very tired. Each morning, after carefully brushing her teeth and dressing, it was hard to pull a sweater over a head full of protesting mice. She tidied up her mouse palace head as best she could and dragged herself, Baby, and all of the mice to school. Then, one terrible day, the teacher said, "I'm so sorry, but you cannot bring Baby. Each child may only have one friend for nap time, and it appears that by now you have 100 mice in your hair. The rules are quite broken enough." There's her teacher, telling her she won't be allowed to bring her doll Baby to school anymore. Oh no, the little girl's crying. She's so sad. The girl slumped her shoulders and hung her heavy head as Baby and all of the mice stared at her in silence. Oh, poor mice! Dear hairless Baby had been the girl's best friend since she herself had been hairless and a baby. The girl needed Baby with her at school. That was that. "It's just my way," she wept. Oh dear, those mice are a lot of fun, but they are also a lot of trouble. The little girl just isn't happy anymore. I wonder what she will decide to do now. While she's thinking about it, let's do a felt board rhyme. How many mice do I have on my felt board? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 little mice went out to play through the fields and far away. Mama Mouse called squeak, 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 squeak. But one of the mice played hide and seek. How many mice do I have hiding in the grass? 1. And how many mice went back to Mama Mouse? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 little mice went out to play through the fields and far away. Mama Mouse called squeak, 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 squeak. But 2 of the little mice played hide and seek. How many mice are hiding in the grass now? 1, 2. And how many mice went home to Mama Mouse? 1, 2, 3. 3 little mice went out to play through the fields and far away. Mama Mouse called squeak, 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 squeak. But 3 of the mice played hide and seek. How many mice are hiding in the grass? 1, 2, 3. And how many mice went back to Mama Mouse? 1, 2. 2 little mice went out to play through the fields and far away. Mama Mouse called squeak, 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 squeak. But 4 of the mice played hide and seek. How many mice are hiding in the grass? 1, 2, 3, 4. And how many mice went back to Mama Mouse? Just 1. 1 little mouse went out to play through the fields and far away. Mama Mouse called squeak, 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 squeak. But all of the mice played hide and seek. How many mice are hiding in the grass? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 little mice played hide and seek, didn't come home when Mama squeaked. But when, what's coming? The big snake, oh my goodness, look at this big snake. Started to hiss. They all ran home as quick as this. Some people find snakes like this one even scarier than mice, for good reason. Both mice and snakes can be dangerous. Sometimes snakes and mice, hey, oh, don't bite me, don't bite me, don't bite me, can bite. And as we learned from our story, sometimes mice can be gross. Holding a mouse that isn't someone's pet can make you sick. Achoo! So you should always wash your hands and talk to an adult before trying to pet an animal you don't know. But if you protect yourself and are brave and calm and quiet, you can bond with animals you once thought were scary. Aw, thanks, Petunia. You might even find out that the things you thought were scary, like mice and snakes, and telling someone how you feel about something, even when it might upset them, are not as frightening as you thought. Let's see if the little girl in our story was brave enough to tell the mice how she felt. When we last left our story, the girl who wouldn't brush her hair, the teacher told the little girl that she could no longer bring her baby doll to school because she had all of these mice living in her hair. So the little girl had to decide, would she tell the mice to leave Or would she leave baby at home? Let's find out what she decided. And so, that very night, the girl reluctantly bid the mice farewell. She had a calm talk with them first, explaining about the troubles with the not washing, the not taking hairless baby to school, and the general, well, insomnia, really. Insomnia means that she was having trouble sleeping. And like all good mice, they understood. Ooh, my goodness, look at all the mice that were in her hair. No wonder she was so dirty and had trouble sleeping. Carefully, they packed their things and dismantled the palace. Single file, they took their leave, singing a mournful song. Oh, girl who would not brush her hair, thank you for letting us live in there. We're on our way, our work is done, we'll find a new head to live upon. The mice were more clever with knock-knock jokes than with songs, as it turned out. And truth be told, they weren't very good at knock-knock jokes. When the mice had all gone, the girl took a long, soapy bath with baby perched on the edge of the tub. After that, she dressed herself and the doll in matching nightgowns with pictures of happy mice printed upon them. Sitting up in the bed, she contently ran a brush through her shining mane. Mane is another way of saying hair. Then she kissed baby, leaned back, closed her eyes, and began to dream. In the morning, the other school children gathered around the girl. They marveled at her braids, and at the ingenious way she had tied a ribbon around baby's hairless head. It's just my way, the girl smiled. Meanwhile, under the monkey bars, another girl who lived next door to the girl who wouldn't brush her hair was deep in argument with a couple of mice dangling from the ends of her wild pigtails. Do you see the little mice? See the little girl arguing with them? Silly mice, that's just their way. The end. That was a wonderful story. I really liked those mice. They were so much fun, and they weren't mad at the little girl when she told them that they couldn't live in her hair anymore. They were good mice. It makes me want a mouse of my own. That's why for today's craft, we're going to be making a little paper mouse. Let's get started. Here's what you'll need to make a paper mouse like this one. You'll need a glue stick and a craft kit from the Baxter County Library. Craft kits for the paper mouse will be available at the Baxter County Library Children's Desk as long as supplies last for up to 2 weeks after this video has been posted. Here's what's inside the craft kit. A long strip of black paper. There's a hole and a little X on it. Half of a pipe cleaner that has been curled. 2 eyes. Two big circles. 2 medium pink circles. 1 small pink circle. And a triangle. We'll start by making the face. Take your triangle and the smallest circle. Put some glue on the end of your triangle. Then stick the small circle on top. That is your little mouse's nose. It goes right at the end. Now we'll put on the ears. Put a little glue on this corner and put the bigger circle on top. Now, put a little glue on the bigger circle and put the medium-sized pink circle on top. Your mouse has one ear and a nose. Now, we'll put the other ear on. A little glue in the corner. Stick on the biggest circle. A little glue on that circle. Then, stick on your medium-sized pink circle. Our mouse has 1, 2 ears and 1 nose. Now for the eyes. Put a little glue on the eye. You can either put it on the eye or on the face itself, and then set the eye on it, and then the other eye. There we go. We've got a little mouse face. Now, we're going to count to 10 to let it dry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. After your mouse's head is dry, put a little glue on the X on your long strip of paper. Then, stick the mouse's face where you put that glue. Press it down and count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now, put a little glue on one of the ends of the strip of paper. You're going to be turning it into a ring like this. You're going to pull it around so that the glue side is on the bottom and the non-glue side is on the top. And press it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You've got a little mouse with a little face and a body. Now all it needs is its tail. To put its tail through, just start sticking it through the hole until you've got it a little of the way through. And then, if you want to make sure it stays in there well, just press it down. And there we go. Your little mouse has a little tail. And that's it. You're all done. That's it for today's story time. It's time to sing goodbye. Are you ready? Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye, friends. Thanks for watching today's story time. Preschool story times are currently uploaded on the second and fourth Wednesday of the month. If you would like to see more children's activities from the Baxter County Library, please visit our website, baxlib.org. Happy reading! See you next time!